Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Angelika's Journal. Um, Today we're back to the junk journal, and I'm going to share some of the things some ideas on, what to do and what I've been doing. I'm going to start. Sorry, I'm rearranging things here. I'm going to start with these cards. Now, these are extra decks of cards. I had like 9 decks of cards. So I pulled out 5 of them. I don't care for the alcohol one. And then I kept 4 in my game box. And I just wanted to show you, this is the kind of thing that you can do. I have all my cards lined up here. And then you just cover them. So this one needs something on that side. That one too. Oh, I left a few to do on camera. And oh, that one's already done. And so all of these are done. You can I put abstract, like generic paper. And oh, those aren't done. I put like generic papers that can go for anything. Now, as you know, I'm working on my grandson's journal. So I'm using, if I could find red paper, I would have done a red one too, black. But basically they're generic. So now you would decorate it. This is just the base. And on the back, I used another paper. This one's kind of this side. Kind of goes with these. And then these are, or you could even just put lined paper on it so that they can journal on the back and you decorate the front. Or you could decorate both sides. It's totally up to you, but this is what I did. And then I was thinking, well, I got these boxes. What should I do with these boxes? So I cut one up. I took the side off and I'm like, oh, that's like a box. So with a box, what can I do with that? And then I was thinking, wait a minute. So I cut it more. So it was actually this one. And I'm like, oh my God, there's a little journal book. I could put two holes and do 2 signatures in here. And then you have a nice little book. And then I thought, wait a minute. So then I got another deck box and I just cut out the side and I thought, oh my God, you could have like this, right? So I would have to put something here to pull it out because this is kind of difficult. But you could have your journal and then have a box and you just store it in the box. And of course you would decorate this and I got to glue the flaps. But isn't that cool? I would love to do one like that. Oh, and the reason why I'm having trouble putting it in is because of these. So I would cut these flaps off because they're interfering with the functioning of it. This is a rip, so we'll keep that. There. So now, when I cover it, I would repair this because now you would have it flat and you would cover this side and this side. In here, I probably would put black. And then over here, I would put some sort of pattern. I could even put like his dinosaur or something. And then you would glue these flaps so it's a box. And then there you go. Isn't that cool? I think that is so cool. And then this one, when I was cutting off the sides of these, thinking, oh, I'm going to, do that again. And then I on all 3 of these, but then when I got to this one, I'm like, wait a minute. There's a window on this one. That would be so cool. So on this one, you would make it so that when this slides in, the picture will show through. Whatever picture, like you would cover it and then glue, like let's say a butterfly. So when you slide it in, you'll see the butterfly through the window. And then only cover it like this part. Don't cover the window. And then that way you could see the butterfly through the window. So I thought that was kind of cute. This one is just a hole. So you would just cover that up. But this one I don't have another box. So this one I will cut like this. And I'll put one in here. And then I'll put one in here. And then you could have it like this on the shelf. You could put some writing on here so you know what journal it is. Put this on the shelf. And then when you want to look at it, you just pull it off. You know, you could even have it on a bookshelf or have it under a candle and have a candle on top. Have it as a coffee table journal. That would be so cool. But this one, I don't have a match for it, a pair for it. So this one I'm just going to leave as is for now. These decks of cards, I don't know where I got them from. But anyways, so, and the glue I use, because this is a shiny finish, I did try the Fabric Fix, but I found it was too messy and it wasn't necessary, because a Fabric Fix is the most expensive glue you can buy for this journaling. And I did try a glue stick, but it kept peeling back the paper. See, these are nice and flexible. Excuse me. I used art glitter glue. So I'll show you how I did one of them. That's the crown. We'll do the blue on it. So, art glitter glue. So you just take your glue. And then, I hope I'm in camera view. And then you put this on top, just like that. Mush it down. And then I let it dry. And then once it's dry, you cut around the edge so that they're both sides are the same size. And then I'll take my corner punch and I'll do the corners. Like on some of those, I don't think I did the corners, but I would then do the corners. Oh no, I did. See these? They all have their corners out. Rounded corners. The rounded corners is so that when you put them in a pocket, they go more smoothly. All right, so we'll let that dry and then I'll cut off the trim. So another thing that I ended up doing as you know, I buy these packs, 12 designs, 2 sheets of each design, and I buy these from the dollar store. Do I want it? So what I do is I fold them in half. I just got to figure out which way. Actually, I think I like it this way better. And then it'll be the same on both sides. Okay, so basically what I do is, this is a 6 by 6, 15 centimeter by 15 centimeter. There's 24 sheets. And I think that I paid like $2.50 for this. It's so inexpensive. And then all you do is you fold them in half. There. And then I take the back side of this. This I got with my scoring board. It belongs in it, but I use it as a bone folder. And then the straightest side is what I use to go like this. And there you go. So we will put this one away. And because this is pure paper, we're going to use a glue stick. I've got a whole bunch of them here that needs to be glued. And so I made a whole bunch of them. I still have to round the corners, and I will round the corners because it's easier when you slip it in the pocket. I just might make a smaller corner on these that I did on the cards. And so then you decorate these. That one has a car on it, an old style car. And I did a lot of neutrals on this too. There are some that aren't. But oh, look at that one. Isn't that beautiful? That was also in one of, oh, it was in this pack. Right there, the butterfly. And then, of course, there's some that are, I'm not too crazy about. And then some flower ones. Like, I just did a whole bunch because this is going to be the base of another ephemera card. So you got your plain cards and you got your 6x6 folded in half. Now, there are other ones too, but I figured what is an easier way just to start. And there you go. Playing cards is what, like $2 in the dollar store? These sheets are like $2.50. So for $5, and you can make tons, like 52 cards, and then 12 of these, because there's 12 in a pack. So you can make a lot of ephemera cards. Now, if you wanted to, you could I'm just thinking if you cut this, I guess you could cut it so you have a big one and then a smaller one. And then, like, once you glue it together like this, we'll take this one as an example. You could then, where's my ruler? Cut it like this. So this one would be all of this, like you would cut it right along there. So this would be your bigger card, and this would be a smaller card. And because it's abstract, you could even use it this way. So then you'd have small ephemera cards, you'd have a medium-sized ephemera card, and a large ephemera card. And the whole thing is costing you maybe, I'm sure it's less than $5. But even if it's $5. And that is so many ephemera. And then you just decorate them all. Oh, why won't it stay? Okay, I'm going that way. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So with this one, all we do is we take a glue stick. And then I go along the fold. Make sure you do the edge. And I know I'm doing it on my mat. I usually do it on the glass here on the side. But this is just to show you. So then you fold it. And then I take my little scraper on the soft side, not the rough side. And then I just go like that. Where's the opening? The opening's on this side. So I always do it towards the opening. And then I'll do it on the sides. And there you go. Now, because these are very inexpensive paper and they're pure paper, you will get some, if you can see that, it is a little damaged on the edge. But you can just take your distressed ink and just go against it. Or if you have markers, you know, you can pick the color. Like this, I could use like a medium brown or medium green. And then just go along the edge with your marker. And there you go. And then you repair it. I don't worry about it until I'm actually decorating it. So that is these. Actually, while I'm showing you, I'm going to finish these guys. Now, I'm just making this stuff so that I have, because I like to focus on one task at a time. I am not a professional like a lot of journalers out there. So I like to do it. Oh, I need my wipes. I like to do it by bulk, mass making. So I will start by just making a whole bunch of cards, whole bunch of base. There we go. So, so that's what I'm doing here. I'm going to have a whole bunch of these cards. Now, don't forget, I also have tags and other things too. What do I have? Yeah, I guess the other thing would be tags. And that's about it. What else do we use for making ephemera? See here, I'm a little bit off. That's fine. When it's all dry, like, don't try and cut or do anything with it while the glue is wet. Give it like an hour. Oh, I shouldn't use that side. I could rip it. Give it like an hour for the glue to dry, or not even an hour. Like probably by the time I do my last one, if I do one, like bring it back over, the top one, which is the bottom one here, would be dry already, and I could already start with whatever else I want to do with it. Yeah, my table's starting to get glued up again. I also have a spray bottle for when these wipes get dry and they lose their moisture, because that's what happens when you wipe your mat all the time. They end up losing the moisture. And then I just use my spray bottle. There we go. So now I'll do it the opposite way. So I'll bring that one at a time, bring them back, and I crisscross them. So this one would be ready. I can trim. You can see here when they printed it. That's the first time I've had that. But that's from the sheet that was next to it. The machine didn't cut it properly. Now you can leave it and just put a strip of paper as part of your decorating, or you can cut it off, so then this card will be ever so slightly more narrow. I don't let it bother me. And if you want, you could even just leave it, and then by the time you decorate, if you put some writing paper and maybe washi tape and then butterfly or Spider-Man with the POW, by the time you decorate it all, you don't really notice it. Or it just adds another dimension. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. Anyways, so that's the way I do my 6x6. Now, I don't do all of the 6x6 like that. I have a lot of these packs with different patterns. So I do, like for the butterfly one, or even this one, you could cut out each individual square and use it individually as, you know, something you would glue onto this. So I could cut this out and put it on here. Maybe put some newspaper under it and then put that on there. See, these are more likely to be used as these cards. This one could be used also. Or you could actually cut it by the zigzag and then use that strip on a card too. Here's, again, some ladies that you could cut out. This you could cut out, each individual one. Just fussy cut it out and then stick it on. Like, that would be nice labels. Actually, I might do that with that one. I'm trying to find this one, the butterfly one. What you can do is just fussy cut out all the butterflies. And when the butterflies been, the wings been cut, you just put that along the edge of your card, you know, like that. And it should fit. And then what you're left with, these pieces, you could just tear them and use that on it also, as, you know, your scraps. Here's a bunch of hearts I could cut out. You know what I mean? Like, just have fun with it. And once you start getting creative and start thinking on things you can do, the brain just starts processing and you get so many more ideas. I'll just stick this in here for now because I'm not ready to do that yet. I don't need that for the my grandson's journal. That would be for my granddaughters. So I also brought out Skip-Bo cards because I got 2 packs of them. So technically, if I didn't have that many, I could use this too. Right? Now these are still sealed. So let me check this one. Is this one still sealed? This is another card game that my mom taught me. See, this one's not sealed. It's different than that one. Anyways, so this is just another bunch of cards that I can use. So if I keep these, because these are sealed, so we know they're clean, they're fresh, they're good. If I'm going to keep one, I'll keep that one. And this one, there's nothing wrong with them. But, you know what I mean? Like, in a kid's journal, that would be so much fun because there are no king, queen, jack. These are all just numbers. So you can cover this side and just leave the numbers. Actually, you know what? I think I might do that with this deck. Yeah, I'm going to keep this one. Oh, I'm going to have to re-glue it. It's supposed to be glued shut. You're supposed to open it from this side. Anyways, I'll keep that one. And this one I'm going to play with because that would be so much fun for a kid's journal. And yes, I did my granddaughter's journal already, but she's 10. The other 2 are 6 and 5. So this would be kind of fun for them. Huh. Well, there you go. I got another idea. Another thing I wanted to show you is these things. You know, your pad. This is for Yahtzee. And then this one is also Yahtzee. You got the back side too. So you can keep the score. Well, what I was thinking is you can take 2 sheets off, right? And then you can put them side by side, whoop, like that. Put them side by side in the printer. And then just print a whole bunch of these and use it as a page in a journal. Yeah, there'll be a lot more white around the edge and then you can just decorate that part. Or you can decorate this part too. But, you know what I mean? That would make a nice page. And the same thing goes for this. Is there anything on the back side? No. So what you do is you take 2 of them and you put them side by side. See how it fits. Maybe you can add another one. I don't know how long these are. Maybe you want to add one on the bottom. Like, just to give your decorating a background. So this would be your first. Now, I like the color of this. Because this is black, I like this one. And then what I would do is I would take some stamps and stamp on it different things. You could put even a saying on one side and then like a postage on another one. And then on top of that, you would then put another layer. You can even color these, put it on colored paper, then start your layers. Like, there's just so many things you can do I'm going to leave it like that because I was going to do that. And I think I have other ones too that I can do that with. What do I have back here? Oh, look at that. I already put these two in my bin. And then there's also this one to play bridge. Like, I don't know how to play bridge, but you know what I mean? Look, like that. Like that. And that could be another photocopy, and then you just decorate it. It's just another layer to all your decorating. It's just like this. There's newsprint on the back. There's a word, a label, and then the center point. The focus point. No, what's that word? Well, your focus, anyways. Would be the butterflies and the mushroom. But everything else is just a layer, a background that you would layer it up many different things. You could even put a piece of washi tape along the bottom or some lace ribbon. You know what I mean? It's just, you want to layer everything. So then this, your color of your paper would be one layer. This would be the second layer. Some stamps maybe or stenciling would be another layer. And then you just building up the layers. Now, I like stamps and stencils because they are reusable. You don't ever have to buy it again. You take care of it, it is reusable. And then these things, well, as long as you got a printer, you can just keep printing them. Keep one as a master, and then you just, from that master, and then you could still use this for the game because you've got your master, your first print out, which would be your master. See, even something like this, you could photocopy it, and that becomes your main sheet, and just do a bunch, and you're just decorating over it, right? And if you think of junk journals, the original purpose was for things like this. Like, once you know how to play Skip-Bo, you don't need the rules, you throw them away. Anything that's disposable, that's what you're going to use for the journal. Unless you go more modern and buy these things like I did at the beginning, which I won't be doing again. But you can buy them too, and then just add a couple of layers to it. Anyways, I'm going to let you go. There is another video for tomorrow on a couple of a pouch and an envelope, a basic simple envelope that I would like to share with you. So there's one more tomorrow, and then I'll review in my head everything that we've done, and we may start decorating these cards next week, but I'm not sure. Saturday is the second Advent, so I may record that and post it on Monday. I'm not sure. But, oh yeah, there's an envelope here too. I wanted to show you another way of doing it. All right, well, I will see you on the next one. Remember, do what makes you happy, and everything else will fall into place. All right, everybody, thanks for visiting. See you soon.